Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel to get your daily Bible verse and Bible chapter. I hope you have a great day and come back each and every day for a new verse and a new chapter. Thank you and God bless. 1 Kings 22. They enjoyed 3 years of peace, no fighting between Aram and Israel. In the 3rd year, Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, had a meeting with the king of Israel. Israel's king remarked to his aides, "Do you realize Ramoth Gilead belongs to us, and we're sitting around on our hands instead of taking it back from Aram?" He turned to Jehoshaphat and said, "Are you willing to join me in fighting Ramoth Gilead?" Jehoshaphat said, "You bet. I am with you all the way. My troops are your troops. My horses are your horses." He then continued, "But before you do anything, ask God for guidance." The king of Israel got the prophets together, all 400 of them, and put the question to them, "Should I attack Ramoth Gilead, or should I hold back?" "Go for it," they said. "God will hand it over to the king." But Jehoshaphat dragged his heels. "Is there still yet another prophet of God around here we can consult?" The king of Israel told Jehoshaphat, "As a matter of fact, there is still one man, but I hate him. He never preaches anything good to me, only doom. Doom, doom. Micah, son of Imlah." "The king shouldn't talk to a prophet like that," said Jehoshaphat. So the king of Israel ordered one of his men on the double, "Get Moriah, son of Imlah." Meanwhile, the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat were seated at on their thrones, dressed in their royal robes, resplendent prophecy performance, in front of the Samaria gate city. All the prophets were staging a prophecy performance of their benefit. Zedek, son of Ken, had even made a set of iron horns, and varnishing them called out God's word with the horns, your core arm, until there's nothing left of him. All the prophets chimed in, "Yes, go for Ramoth Gilead. An easy victory, God's gift to the king." The messenger who went to get Micah, said, "The prophets have all said yes to the king. Make it unanimous. Vote yes." But Micah said, "As surely as God lives, what God says, I'll say." With Micah before him, the king asked him, "So, Micah, do we attack Ramoth Gilead, or do we hold back?" "Go ahead," he said. "An easy victory, God's gift to the king." "Not so fast," said the king. "How many times have I made you promise under oath to tell me the truth, and nothing but the truth?" "All right," said Micah, "since you insist." "I saw Israel scattered all over the hills, sheep with no shepherd." Then God spoke, "These poor people have no one to tell them what to do. Let them go home and do the best they can for themselves." Then the king of Israel turned to Jehoshaphat. "See, what did I tell you? He never has a good word for me from God, only doom." Micah kept on, "I'm not done yet. Listen to God's word. I saw God in a throne, and all the angels, armies of heaven, standing at attention, reigned on his right and his left." And God asked, "How can we seduce Ahab into attacking Ramoth Gilead?" Some said this, and some said that. Then a bold angel stepped out, stood before God, and said, "I'll seduce him." "And how will you do it?" God said. "Easy," said the angel. "I'll get all the prophets to lie." "That should do it," said God. "On your way, seduce him." And that's what happened. God filled the mouths of your puppet prophets with seductive lies. God pronounced your doom. Just then, Zedekiah, son of Ken, came up and punched Micah in the nose, saying, "Since when did the Spirit of God leave me and take up with you?" Micah said, "You know soon enough. You'll know it when you're fragile and futile, looking for a place to hide." The king of Israel had heard enough. "Get Micah out of here. Turn him over to Ammon in the city. Magistrate to Joash, the king's son, with this message: King's orders. Lock him up in jail. Keep him on bread and water until I'm back in one piece. Micah said, if you ever get back in one piece, I'm no prophet of God. He added, when it happens, O people, remember where you heard it. The king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, attacked Ramoth Gilead. The king of Israel and the king of said to Jehoshaphat, wear my kingly robe. I am going into battle disguised. So the king of Israel entered the battle in disguise. Meanwhile, king of Aram had ordered his chariot commanders. There were 32 of them. Don't bother with anyone, whether small or great. Go after the king of Israel and him only. When the chariot commanders saw Jehoshaphat, they said, there he is, king of Israel, and took after him. Jehoshaphat yelled out, and the chariot commanders realized they had the wrong man. It wasn't the king of Israel after all. They let him go. Just then someone, without aiming a shot, an arrow randomly into the crowd and hit the king of Israel. In the clink of his armor. The king told his charioteers, turn back, get me out of here, I'm wounded. All day fighting continued, hot and heavy. Propped up in his chariot, the king watched from the sidelines. He died that evening. Blood from his wound poured out in the chariot as the sun went down. Shouts reverberated through the ranks. Abandoned camp. Head for home. The king is dead. The king was brought to Samaria, and they buried him. They washed down the chariot at the pool of Samaria, where the town whores bathed. And the dogs lapped up the blood, just as God's words had said. The rest of Ahab's life, everything he did, the envy palace he built, the towns he founded, and the defense system he built up, all is written in the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel. He was buried in the family cemetery with his son Azax. Was the next king. Jehoshaphat of Judah. Jehoshaphat, son of Asa, became king of Judah in the 4th year of Anab's king of Israel. Jehoshaphat was 35 years old when he became king and ruled for 25 years in Jerusalem. His mother was Elizabeth, daughter of Shilhi. He continued the king of life characteristics of his father, Asa. No detours, no dead ends, pleasing God with his life, but he fell into get rid of the neighborhood sex and religion shrines. People continued to pray and worship at these idol shrines, and he kept on good terms with the king of Israel. The rest of Jehoshaphat's life, his achievements, and his battles is all written in the Chronicles of the Kings of Judah. Also, he got rid of the sacred prostitute left over from the days of his father Asa. Edom was kingless during his reign, and a deputy was in charge. Jehoshaphat built ocean-going ships to sell to Amir for gold, but they never made it. They shipwrecked at Ezon Garber. During the time of Asa, son of Ahab, proposed a giant shipping venue, but Jehoshaphat wouldn't go in with him. Then Jehoshaphat died and was buried in his family's cemetery in the city of David, his ancestor. Jeroboam, his son, was the next king. Isaac of Israel. Isaac, son of Ahab, became the next king of Israel in Samaria in the 7th year of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah. He ruled Israel for 2 years. As far as God's concerned, he lived an evil life, reproducing the bad life of his father and mother, repeating the pattern set down by Jeroboam, son of Nebat, who led Israel into a life of sin, worshipping at the Baal shrines. He made God the God of Israel angry, oh so angry, If anything, he was worse than his father. Imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children. Ephesians 5:1. Imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children. Ephesians 5:1. One of my favorite verses is Philippians 4:13, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. If you have your own favorite verse, please put that down below and let me know what it is. Again, today's verse is Ephesians 5:1. Imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children. Always remember to smile, because you never know what a smile can do for someone's day. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you can remember to watch each and every day's video. Thank you for the ones that have been with me from the beginning. Please help me expand my ministry. Thank you, and God bless.